Wu-Tang gang, what's poppin', man? This your boy Tay, back at y'all again with another video, man. Peace, love, and abundance to everybody watching. I show my gratitude. If you guys want to support the channel, I have some courses available. I also have a Wu-Tang gang community that you can join if you're interested, all right? So I'll leave my links in my description. But I want to jump straight into this one, man, because I saw a comment that said that visualization doesn't work. The law of attraction is basically a joke. You're wasting your time with it. And I'm not trying to bash you, my guy, but I want to use this as an example for a teaching moment to dispel some disbeliefs that a lot of people have when it comes to law of attraction. All right. Now, when it comes to law of attraction, I've never once said that you shouldn't put in action or you shouldn't put in work. All right. Of course, you can't sit here and visualize having money, get in the bag, and think it's going to pop up out of thin air. That's not how it works. It's a systematic practice that has many pieces that you have to fit together for it to work. Action is one of them. But visualization is very important. All right? I can't go build a house if I don't have a blueprint. I got to have a map. I got to have a plan. Right? How can I build a house if I don't know the square footage? Which means I don't know how much materials I need. I don't know the layout of the house, where the rooms are, where the kitchen is. I don't know any of that. So I can't go out and start building a house until I have a blueprint. You see? Work without a plan means nothing. You see it every single day. People work at a job for 20, 25 years and don't have a plan of why they're working. They're just paying rent. And they never grow, they never evolve, they stay the same. Right? I can go outside right now, take a shovel and start digging holes. I'm putting in work, but what's the purpose? What's the reason? I don't have a reason, so I'm just wasting my time, my energy. Now, if I want to go plant some flowers or start a garden or bury something, then yeah, that work is necessary. It has a purpose. It means something. You see? So you can't have one without the other. Now, when it comes to visualization, our thoughts create an electrical charge. So you're charging particles around you when you have a thought. Your thoughts create feelings. Your feelings release chemicals in your body, which then produces more of that same thought, and it creates a cycle. All right. For example, if you watch a scary movie, that movie produces scary thoughts, and then those thoughts start to produce what? Fear, anxiety, and now you start having even more scary thoughts. They multiply. Next thing you know, you paranoid. You looking over your shoulder, your hairs is rising up on your arm. You create this whole atmosphere where now you're in that frequency. Okay, if your thoughts are electrical and your feelings are magnetic, they merge together to create an electromagnetic field around you that's going to match your state of being. All right. So this is why visualization can be very powerful, because let's say I affirm myself that I want to be abundant financially. I want to have good health. I want to start a business, right? These are the thoughts that I'm planting into my mind. Now, with those thoughts are going to produce feelings. I'm going to start to feel like I have this, like I can do it. I want to visualize myself actually living that lifestyle where I've achieved these goals, these affirmations. All right. And when I keep doing this, what I'm doing is I'm programming my reality to experience that. Right? You're programming your behavior to go out and get what you want. Proverbs 23:7 says, "For as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he." Your heart doesn't just pump blood and oxygen throughout your body. Your heart also is a spiritual organ. It's conscious. It's in charge of your feelings and emotions. It's magnetic. It never stops pumping. It never stops beating. Boom, 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 boom. Based on your emotions, your heart is going to speed up or slow down. So it's always communicating with the universe. All right? So visualization, your mind cannot tell the difference between what's real and fake when you have the feelings put into that vision. I can imagine myself right now living a certain lifestyle, and if I'm in first person mode, first person view, having that visualization, over time, the feelings are going to produce that reality. All right? You do it every single day. You think about going to the bathroom, what happens? Next thing you know, you on the toilet. When you think about making some food because you're hungry, next thing you know, you're eating. So you cannot produce an action without a thought first. For me to raise my hand, I have to think it. I can't do anything without the thought first. So this is why we have to understand how important your thoughts are and how important visualization is. There was a Harvard study that took a group of volunteers that never played the piano before. They split the group in half. One group, they gave them a 5-finger exercise on the piano for 2 hours a day for 5 days. The other group, they gave them the same exercise, but they told them to visualize it only. They couldn't move their fingers. They didn't play a piano. They only visualized the exercise. All right? They did a brain scan before and after on both groups. Both groups had the same significant changes in their neurological connections and the motor cortex, which is in charge of finger movement. Even though only one group actually played the piano. The other group just visualized it, but they had the same significant changes. How is that possible? How is that possible if visualization doesn't mean anything? If you took those people that only visualize playing the piano and you put them in front of a piano, they wouldn't have no problem doing that exercise because they've installed their neurological hardware to prepare them for their desired reality, for that experience. They've already programmed it in their mind. Right? I'll give you a personal experience. Sometimes I visualize my workouts before I go to the gym. I mean the whole workout, every rep, every set, what it feels like, what it looks like, you know, what the pump is going to be like, the burn, the fatigue, all that. And I'll do that, run it in my mind before I actually go to the gym. I put the feelings with the thought. Now when I actually do my workout, it's clockwork. It's easy because I've already instilled the programming. And I get the results that I want because I've already instilled the program. I've already visualized how I want to look and put the feeling behind it. So I create this aura around me that's going to attract that. It's going to change my behavior to get that, to put the work in. Right? To make the right actions. So you got to realize how powerful your mind is. This shift is real. Some people are shifting a little slower than others. Some people might not make it at all. They're still going to be stuck on the third density because they only take life for what they see, what they can feel right now, what life gives them. When you got to understand that you can create the reality based off of your thoughts and putting that feeling behind those thoughts, right? Your subconscious cannot tell the difference between real or fake when you put the right feelings behind it. It doesn't know the difference. So you got to make your mind up, bro. I'm not here to convince anybody or to persuade anybody. I'm just here to guide based off my experience and what I know. Okay? A wise man always listens. They keep their mind open for new knowledge. What does it hurt you to visualize? What does it hurt you to affirm yourself? What are you losing from doing that? Did you not know that you have something called epigenetics, where your thoughts, your environment actually influences your gene expression? Your genes are in charge of your hereditary traits, like your eyes, your hair, your cell function. So based off how you think, you can literally create an environment inside of you that changes the way you look, the way that you move, right? You can strengthen or destroy your immune system as well. So these things aren't just placebo. It's not just wishful thinking. Your mind is a supercomputer. You live in a program. You live in a system. So when you learn how to use this and program it the way that you want to, you can control your desired outcome. You learn how to affirm yourself every single day. I am healthy. I am abundant. I am successful. I am confident. All these things. And then you visualize it, put that feeling behind it. Now your behavior becomes aligned with your conscious intentions because you primed your brain for that experience ahead of time. And that's all we're doing when we're visualizing. Okay, when we are speaking our life into existence. You're getting ready for that reality ahead of time. You get what I'm saying? So I like comments like these, man, because it gives me a chance to kind of go deeper into how these things work and how you can use these techniques to empower yourself. Because some people don't know, right? I was once a person who didn't know things. And I'm not saying I know everything. I'm still learning myself. But I do have a set of wisdom that I've gained throughout the years of my life just by having an open mind, by making mistakes, and by learning from those mistakes. Trial and error. I didn't get to where I'm at in life by just doing stuff. I had focus, I had plan, I had intentions. I visualized, I wrote things down. I spoke into existence. And it came to me. How long it took, that's in divine timing. I can't really control that part. But what you do is you make sure you reinforce what you want in life. You reinforce your mind and the programs to keep you on that right track, to keep your behaviors and your actions to match what you visualize. Your body follows the mind. So when you get this right, you reinforce your actions. The actions are going to happen naturally, automatically, because the computer, the program is running. You see what I'm saying? So this is why it's important, man. I don't want y'all to go around thinking that this stuff is not real. And this is another reason why I had to address this comment, because you have people that come on to these channels and they read the comments. It's the first thing they do. And by you saying something like that, you're putting doubt into people's minds. You're confusing them. You're conflicting them. They don't know who to believe. They don't know who to listen to. All right? So always keep an open mind when it comes to these things, man. We don't know everything. And when you think you know everything, you put yourself in a box. You put a cap, a ceiling over your growth. Okay? Sometimes it's best to just sit back and learn. And not only learn, but try it for yourself. Excuse me. Don't just take my word for it. Be a scientist in your own life, man. Experiment on yourself. That's what I did. That's why I can get on here and tell you that these things work, because I did it for myself first. I don't sit around looking for someone to validate it, for some scientific research to tell me, okay, it works. No, I'm gonna try it on myself, especially if it's not putting my life in danger. It's not something that is going to be so extreme where it can harm me. Me saying affirmation to myself is not doing any harm to me. It doesn't take no extra work. So what's the issue? Why can't you do that for yourself? It's the mind. You're stuck in a routine. You see what I'm saying? Even if you don't believe in the law of attraction is working for you every single day by the words that you speak, the thoughts that you have, the feelings that you have. So if you go into it with doubt, if you go into it feeling like it's not going to work for you, then you're creating that aura field around you that's going to manifest that. It's going to bring that into existence. But if you believe in yourself and you're sincere, you actually put the real feelings behind what you want to attract, then you create that aura field around you as well, and watch what happens. It's not going to happen overnight though. You got to be consistent with it every single day. Whenever you get a chance, reinforce that thought and that feeling as much as you can. And watch how your life starts to change. Watch how you start to change. Watch how you start to move differently. You're going to get up one day and you're going to just start doing things that you programmed yourself to do. And you're going to be like, dang, bro, I'm a whole new person now. You're going to get up and you're going to just start doing things that's going to help you manifest your goals automatically, because you put the programs in there already. Once you put that energy out there, the wheels are already turning. So everything's already in motion. So you got to ask yourself, do you truly believe in yourself? Or are you just doing stuff because it looks good or somebody told you to? What do you actually want in life? Do you actually believe that you can accomplish your goals? That's what you need to figure out first. And that's probably why you're not achieving things in life. You're not achieving what you want in life because you don't believe it. Your heart has to be aligned with your thoughts and what you say. You have to be in alignment with yourself. If you think it, you say it, but you don't feel it, it's not in your heart to do it, it's not gonna happen. It's gotta be in here. It's gotta be authentic, gotta be real. In order for it to be real, you gotta love yourself. And you gotta move with unconditional love. All right, man, so I think I might do another part to this video just to go more in detail. But I hope I could answer some of you guys' questions and dispel some of your doubts that this works, because it does, all right? Don't let people discourage you into believing that your visualization, your imagination has no meaning to it. It does, all right? So with that being said, if y'all need to speak with me, I do one-on-one consultations. I'll leave my link in my description. But y'all have a beautiful day, man, and I'm out. Peace.